Hello and welcome back to another episode of UView. I'm your host, Rohan Creighton, and this is not just a new episode, it's a whole new season. So guys, welcome back to a whole new season. I am joined by two wonderful guests, friends, and co-workers, Josie Henderson and Brandon Walker.
Hello, thank you.
So, like I said, this is a new season. We're doing a UView variety show now. So basically, the only difference is not much. We're doing basically the same things. We're just going to be a little bit more direct with what we're doing nowadays. So, to start things off, we're going to take it to a game. This game is called Telephone. And the premise of this game, I should say, is to pick a prompt out of this red box on the table in front of me, read it out, and then that person on the prompt is going to call you up, and you have to respond to that person on the prompt. I think that was kind of weird, so I'm going to let Josie start us off so you can see how it's done. Sorry to throw you under the bus like that.
That's okay. Ladies first, right?
Of course.
All right, here we go. We're going to charge ahead into this, and we are going to be Betty Crocker wants to learn your grandmother's cooking recipe at your house tonight.
Okay.
But you are sworn to secrecy.
Oof, poor Betty.
Okay, I love Betty Crocker, love her cookbook. Okay, here we go. Hi, Betty. Yeah, good to hear from you. Yeah, I know you live across the street from me. Yeah, Tonight? No, not tonight. I only told you that in secrecy. Betty, that's my grandmother's recipe. I can't. No. You know what? I would
Don't
be
let her have
disowned.
it.
I'd be just Betty.
Disown her.
No, don't take the cookbook. I really love cookbooks. But Betty, I have to choose. Betty, don't make me choose. I love my grandmother. I'm going with her. You are such a wonderful friend. Okay, goodbye.
Poor Betty.
Do you think she got all that?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I gave it to her. Okay, so.
You know, I just don't know how that. You better go now. You better.
Who's next? You or me? All right.
Okay.
Now you put the one back in here, so
Actually,
I find
I did,
it. I'm gonna go
Betty's
for one at
gonna
the
call
bottom.
back.
Betty, go and get your grandmother's recipe too.
I don't know which one this is, so let's see.
And you know, Coogan's such a good custard pie thing. Like,
Really?
Reiterate to your little cousin that they can't text on the garage door opener because. Okay.
okay, talk them through it. Just let them know. It's how it
Oh,
all
hey,
works.
Joey.
Joey,
Oh, you just sent a text?
typical.
It's not working. What do you mean it's not working? Okay, you turn it on, press the buttons. What does it look like? That's a garage door opener.
Joey.
No, you can't text on it. It
Can't
opens
drive.
garage
Can't walk
doors.
either.
Hence the name garage door opener.
For sure.
Yes.
This is a good
Point it
cousin.
at the garage and press the big button. It's like the only one on there. Okay, thanks. Good job. All right, bye.
Oh,
Rip Joey.
nice work.
How
Poor-
old is Joey?
Poor Joey.
13.
Okay, I'm just gonna dive right into this one. 13-year-olds can't use garage door openers. That's surprising.
He's not allowed to drive yet. He has a couple more years to get it worked out.
Okay, you are on a support line explaining why you are stuck behind a rock in a video game. Okay. Yeah, is this support for Rock Nation? Yeah, so I was playing the game. Yes, I'm sure Padma told you that, but listen to me. I've been on this level for 20 minutes now. I don't care if the average is 40 minutes. I've been here for 20 minutes trying to figure out how to get past this stinking rock in front of me. I did not use a battle axe to get rid of it. I don't even have a battle axe in my inventory right now. You know what? I want to speak to your manager. No, I want to speak to the I want to speak to the manager. You know what? No, you hold. Yeah, you hold. How about that?
What level were you on?
4.
4.
That's the one that gets everybody.
Okay.
But you know what? If you're a gamer, it'll work out. Just restart the console.
Games for us, games for them, games for you. We have more coming up next. Stay tuned. And we're back. So, like I said before, we have our 2 guests, and we're starting with 1. So, this is Brandon Walker.
Hello, thank you.
He is usually behind the cameras. You guys don't usually see him. He's one of the masterminds that keeps the show running. So I have him here. He brought his various assortment of Rubik's Cubes because I was just a little bit curious about how do people even work these things out, am I right? So Brandon, to start things off, can you show me one of these really quick ones that you can do?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, blindfolded or something? Can you do any of them blindfolded?
Yes. So as we were discussing, this is one I can do blindfolded.
Okay.
I've been learning the regular one, but not quite mastered it yet. So if you want to
Okay.
go ahead and mess that up, I'll get the blindfold ready.
I can mess
so
things up. That's
when
what I'm
you
good at.
solve Rubik's Cube blindfolded, typically they do a lot of competitions, this kind of thing. You usually have however long it takes you to actually memorize it. Then you put the blindfold on and you solve it with your eyes closed. So I'll just talk to you through how this kind of works too. So typically I find one particular piece, the red, white, and blue, and then that kind of sets where everything is orientation-wise. And then I just memorize the order of pieces because I swap back and forth. So I start with this one. That's going to go orange, so it goes here. Orange, white, green. So if I remember the pattern, orange, white, green, I move on. Blue, orange, white, green, blue, red, orange, white, oops, now I'm getting messed up. Orange, white. Don't laugh at me. Okay, sorry. This might take a minute.
Okay.
Maybe we shouldn't do this one right now because
We'll skip that.
camera shy is going to make it a little,
totally skip
harder
that.
to do it. But I can solve it, definitely. So I'll just do that real fast. We can talk about other ones. Kind of maybe too much pressure for on camera. I'll show you afterwards. Sorry,
Does
folks
anyone
at home.
see his fingers right now? Does anyone see how quickly they're just running through this? When I was a kid, I just kind of took the stickers off and just put them back on where they were supposed to be. Same concept.
Okay, almost done. One more step. Boink. All right, we're good. Yeah, there we go. So that's solved. So yeah, I don't know what you want to talk about next, but.
Okay, I'll start with this one. How'd you get interested in Rubik's Cubes in the first place?
Well, I got interested in Rubik's Cubes. My family went through this transition where we were trying to move from our home to somewhere else. And it took a long time because I have a lot of brothers and sisters. So we've talked about this on past episodes, but I'm one of 11. And so we had everything packed up for a long time. And I just didn't really have things that I could play with, as a kid. So Rubik's Cubes were small enough that I could kind of have a small box of them out and access to, and they were very stimulating, to challenge your mind. And so I started with like kind of your regular 3x3 cube, and from there started adding to my collection over many, many years. So maybe I could just show you a couple of these.
Yeah, show me some of the highlights.
Yeah,
I see you have a lot here today.
There's a lot of typical, regular square cubes. So you've got like a 2x2, and they're just based on the amount of layers, 3x3, and then of course the big boy here, the 7x7. But there's also a lot of different types of puzzles. So whereas you have a normal Rubik's Cube, it turns on 6 faces.
Right.
There it turns on the corners. So that one's also kind of a fun one.
This looks like the Arc de Triomphe.
I think that's 4 sides though, isn't it?
Shh.
So anyways, this is a variety of puzzle called a cuboid. So they're basically squares, but they're not squares, but cube shapes, but they're not like a typical square. So this is a 3x5.
Okay.
The one thing that's kind of fun about this is not only do you mix it up kind of in your typical fashion, but you can also turn these layers halfway, right? And they still line up, and it gets all.
And that's weird because you
funky
think that
looking.
it shouldn't necessarily work because the 4s or the 3s aren't with the 5s.
Yeah.
That's weird.
This one's another common one called the square one. It's basically got 3 layers. One layer in the middle only has this one slice through it, and so when you turn it, the sides basically get all sorts of funky looking, and it can do this thing called banding, which is also kind of similar to this, where you can't turn every layer because you can see here this line doesn't continue through this piece, so I can't turn it like this.
Right.
I'd have to make a line here. So that kind of adds some challenges to the way that you would solve it and get it back to a square shape.
So do you learn a specific pattern in making them, or do you have to learn a whole new pattern with each different complexity that's here?
It really depends. So with the Rubik's Cube, there's not just one pattern. To do a basic method, you're going to learn at least 6 steps, and each step has an algorithm, a series of moves you'd memorize to actually solve it.
That's where you lose me, that algorithm part.
Yeah, well, it's just like math. Math, you'd learn a formula to do a certain task. Rubik's Cubes, you learn an algorithm to get through a process.
Okay.
So most of them I've been able to pick up on my own just because I understand the concepts of how it works. Like this one I solved out of the box, and same with some of these other ones.
Isn't you just picked it up and solved it?
Well, picked it up, spent a couple hours with it, figured it out.
Okay.
This is one of the few ones that was really challenging because it's so different from everything else.
Okay, so I'll let you play with this while we keep talking a little bit more. This is really bizarre because I've never seen someone have such a vast array. And if you guys saw when you came, he had a bin of just Rubik's Cubes of every shape, size, mindset. They're just everywhere. Like this one, for example. This looks like some upscale bougie house that you would find in like Calabasas or something. Look at the geometry on that. Are you guys picking this up? This is intoxicating. And now that you have done this, I see that he has made a smiley face, ladies and gentlemen. Can we see that? That is gnarly. So, okay, with this, when making something like this, you follow the same process you do when solving them genuinely. You just move them around.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's just got more layers, but big cubes like that, like a normal Rubik's Cube, you typically solve like bottom layer, middle layer, top layer. Big puzzles like that, you don't actually solve that way. What you'd basically do is you take all of these inner pieces and match them up to all be the same color, and then you take the rows on the outside, match them up to be the same color, and then basically you turn it into a 3x3. So center would correspond to center, edge would correspond to edge. So it's basically a way of simplifying this down to a point where you could solve it like a regular 3x3.
Okay, can I get that again? Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, we're happy to see you all, and we will be right back. Hey guys, here we are, UView. We are 4 hosts. I'm sure you've met us all at some point. I'm Rohan, this is Mary, Ashley, and Charlie. So we're gonna play a game of charades just so you can kind of get the feel of what's going on here. We like to keep it light. So I'm gonna start us off and see what's in our box of wonders.
Oh boy.
Okay, so
I'm so excited.
So this is,
He's supposed to act out what's on the thing.
and we're
Just
competing.
Improv.
Oh,
pant line.
pant seam.
Suit. Line.
Suit.
Vein.
Tailor. No.
So,
Pockets.
okay, this is really weird.
Like,
I
what
couldn't
is
even
it?
gotten this. This says, find and pull a run in your sweater and take the hem up to your belly button.
what?
Wow.
What?
Somebody has it out for
Okay,
us.
someone go next. This
I
is,
want to go next. I feel like I should redeem us because that was weird. Oh crap. Okay.
running, cycling.
Olympics. Triathlon.
Measuring a box.
Gymnastics. Skiing.
Oh, wheelchair.
Yes, Ian.
Yes.
Why couldn't I get one of those?
Yeah, you got like a weird one.
All right.
Okay.
Ashley's
goes.
up. Ashley's up.
Go,
Here we go.
Ashley. Let's go.
Okay. Okay.
Sleeping. Napping. On a bed.
Flying. Floating.
Sparta.
Relaxing. Chilling.
Cloud 9. Oh.
Oh, you're the dude on the DreamWorks person who like on the moon, like.
What?
You guys
That's
see
a
that?
thing?
Yeah, there's a DreamWorks
I mean,
character
that
that's
is
like
a thing,
chilling on
yeah.
the moon. I'm assuming that's not it though.
Oh, just what is it?
Sleeping on a hammock.
What?
Close.
You should have rocked yourself.
was
I
so
did.
What?
Charlie,
no,
you're
no.
up.
All right.
Come
now
on,
I'm
Charlie.
Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Real fast.
Okay.
Ugh.
You have to be super quick, dude. We could do it though.
All right.
Charlie, I'm sorry to say this, but we're not gonna get to do yours, guys.
Aw.
You wanna
Sorry
know what
about
it was?
that. But if
No?
you want to find
Okay.
out more about if Charlie did it or not, tune in next time on UView. Thanks for joining us.